Airline Center in Dallas. It's the Dallas Mavericks and the Atlanta Hawks. Hi, I'm Marv Alvin, along with the czar, Mike Fratello. Looks like we're ready to introduce the starting lineup.
Starting at center, Eric Dampier. Starting at guard, Devin Harris. Starting at the other guard, Shawn Stevenson. Starting at forward, Shawn Marion. Starting at the other forward, Dirk Nowitzki. The coach, Don Nelson.
Dallas wins possession of the tip and gets this game started. From down low, sinks the hook shot. Dickau taking a look from the right side. Stevenson sends it back. The shot, only 5 to get a shot off, converts even with the defender coming.
That is a tougher shot than it seems. Oftentimes when a man is running at you, you're worried about the contact. You're rushing your shot. A lot of things go through your head. He didn't.
Oh, a great rejection. Dirk Nowitzki out of bounds on the loose ball. Dickau is hit on the shot and will head to the line to shoot 2. It's good. Two for 2. Setting it up. Harris from in close.
Smith is refusing to give up easy baskets down low.
He made a nice effort to force the opposing player into a tough shot. Here's Johnson. Dampier made sure the shooter did not complete the play.
The defense was beat. A foul was the only way to stop the basket.
That's team foul number 2 on the Mavericks. Johnson hits the free throw. He makes them both. Brings it up court. The Hawks giving their opposition no room to move. From the low block, misses the 2. Rebounded by Jackson. He changes direction. Here's Jackson. Misses from the post. Advances up court. Harris from point-blank range gets 2 with the finger roll. Brings it up court. Johnson in heavy traffic. Dickau with the setup.
Johnson drains the contested shot over the bigger man. What a shot that was, Marv.
With the shot, yes! The Hawks nearly turned it over.
The defensive player got a hand on the ball.
Dickau with the find. It drops. Czar, I asked you where? Where was the defense on that play?
Good question, Marv. The shooter was left wide open.
Dickau on the left side. Jackson at the rim. Couldn't get it to fall. He got hit. Had to change it up, and it just would not go. The contact, and he's still got it to go.
That's just some great body control on his part. Able to readjust his shot in midair, absorbs the contact, and still gets it to count. A very athletic play that time.
The setup by Johnson drains it from the baseline. Setting it up. Nowitzki with the jumper. Dirk Nowitzki able to put home another bucket.
At 7 feet tall, Dirk can shoot it over small defenders and is mobile enough to drive it past big men. He's a matchup.
Oh, rejected. Dirk Nowitzki. The Mavericks with nice ball distribution.
Nowitzki
moving inside. Johnson with the foul. That's his first personal, first team foul.
Nowitzki
Makes his first. He hits both. He shoots. The two's no good. Covered tight by Jackson. From the post, the two's no good. Jackson with the helper. Drains the three. Harris sets it up near the middle. Ten seconds showing on the shot clock. Dickau takes the bait. Harris with defenders all over him. Hits the finger roll. Dickau working from the right side. He elevates, can't hit for two. Dickau tries to answer at the other end. Nowitzki swats it away.
That was an inspiring defensive play, Mark. He's showing a lot of energy on defense.
Able to finger roll.
They did a nice job of trying to double team the offensive player, but the rotation was too slow.
They'll have to be better prepared next time. The Hawks are all over their opponents. Pulling up, Smith with the pressure.
Nowitzki
Draws the foul and goes to the line for two. He gets it to fall. Two for two. Johnson from up close. Yes, and he's hit on the play, and he'll go to the line for one more.
To the line.
Hawks able to add one more from the line for a three-point play. it up for two. They've been able to do some nice shooting here as they look to extend the lead.
The other team needs to do a much better job on the defensive end.
Dickau sets it up on the right side.
Smith saw a chance for the alley-oop and finished it off with a sensational play.
And a timeout.
Dallas.
Terry steps in from the bench for the Mavericks.
31, Jason Terry.
The baseline shot is good.
Another big basket from beyond the arc.
They're shooting very well and look determined to hold on to that lead. Bradley surprises him from behind. Jackson with solid defense. Clock's at 3. Terry with the jump shot. It doesn't go. He had to get rid of it. Well, they've gone several possessions without giving up an offensive rebound.
They need to keep up this effort for the remainder of this game.
Comes up empty. They remain behind, and the poor shooting from inside has definitely been a factor.
We're not seeing much success from them around the rim, Marv. You have to convert from in close if you want to win.
Can't get it to drop.
The defense refuses to give up any easy baskets and is making it very difficult.
Rejected from behind. Dikembe Mutombo. Jackson pulling up from the perimeter. Can't hit from downtown. Out of bounds, last touch by the Hawks. Dickau lays back off of his man. Shot clock showing 4. 2 seconds. The three-pointer is good. Jackson elevates and shoots. Misses the 2. Terry is doing a very good job of staying with his man.
The defensive pressure has been very effective, Marv.
Sets it up. We're seeing some nice passing out there. Harris with no one on him.
The Mavericks continue to exploit the defense from outside. A good portion of their points have come from beyond the arc tonight.
Jackson with the step. Finger rolls it for 2.
Jimmy Jackson.
Setting it up. Ten on the shot clock.
Remaining in the first quarter.
Shot clock is down to 5. Down to 3. He doesn't get the bucket. He had to get it off. Jackson with the facial.
Jimmy
Jackson. Puts it up from the perimeter. The Mavericks go up by 12. Bradley with a nice defensive play.
He's really moving right now defensively.
Dickau called for stepping out of bounds. Advances up court. Nowitzki with the shot. The two's no good. He didn't get the block, but prevented the basket anyway.
That's just good hustle to narrow the gap between himself and the shooter. He made it difficult for the shooter to shoot his normal shot, and that threw him off.
Totally shut down by Dickau. Nowitzki setting up down low. The dish off by Marion.
Dickau
At the basket.
To number 41, Dirk Nowitzki. That's his second personal. Team foul. Number 5.
Nowitzki is whistled for the foul, his second personal. Dickau sinks it. A couple of subs entering the game for the Mavericks.
16, Gigi Way. And number 42,
He makes them both.
Jerry Stackhouse.
Fires from the perimeter. The shot clock is not a factor now.
Nice job challenging the three.
Well, we're seeing solid defensive pressure applied by Johnson. The assist by Dickau. Able to hit from the perimeter. Hey. 11 seconds left in the quarter. Down to 5 in the quarter. A defensive wall put up by Smith. Putting up the prayer. Well, as the first quarter draws to a close, the Mavs lead by 11. Johnson releasing. The two's no good.
Howard didn't get the block, but bothered him enough to cause the miss.
Stackhouse from close range. No good. The contact forced him to adjust his shot, and he couldn't make it stick. Terry allowing no movement by his man. 10 to put it up. Lays it home.
The Hawks overwhelming the defense with that matchup, able to come away with the bucket.
Sent away by Johnson. And that was a terrific defensive play.
He timed it perfectly to deny him the shot.
The Hawks taking their time, waiting for the open look. Johnson right at the basket.
Not with a nice effort to stop the offensive player from scoring.
He didn't want to give up the easy bucket and will make him earn it from the line. Johnson is fouled on the shot and heads to the line to shoot two. It drops. The Hawks started the second with some nice play and have narrowed the gap here to 8. Johnson gets them both. Terry taking a look from the right side. Picked off by Jackson.
Dickau was able to time that pass perfectly for the alley-oop. A great pass with a nice assist.
In traffic, shots no good.
This team is on a roll defensively.
The defensive pressure is being led by Johnson. Intercepted by Terry. He pressured the ball and forced a bad pass.
He's showing a lot of energy on the defensive end right now.
Gets it to fall from the perimeter. Terry with a smothering defense. Dickau with his foot over the line. Jackson right up on his man. Terry picked up by Dickau. Knocked away by Johnson.
What a defensive play.
A spectacular stop that time by Mutombo. From the paint down to 2. Jumper doesn't go. Nothing seems to be dropping from in close.
The defense is doing an outstanding job of disrupting their offense. They're not giving up anything easy.
Four left on the clock. Johnson tries from downtown.
Howard forced his man into a difficult three by getting in front of him.
His defensive positioning was very strong on that play. Terry for the three, misfires from 3. He forced his man to shoot over him. Some nice defense shown by Johnson. Pretty nice job of passing by Atlanta. Clock's at 4. Howard sends it away. Brings it up court. Dickau with the interception. Smith directing traffic from the left side.
Check the time.
2 seconds. Johnson throws it up, comes up empty.
Howard and the shot clock both forcing him into a low percentage shot that time.
Terry surrounded, in close, and no good.
His teammates need to get him more room to maneuver on the offensive end.
Are you saying it's his teammates' fault that he's missing shots?
No, Marv, but better offensive spacing would be a big help.
Terry playing stiff defense.
That was a spectacular play. The passer delivered the ball perfectly for the alley-oop.
From From down low, can't hit for two. The defensive pressure continues. That was a solid effort near the basket by Johnson. 10 on the shot clock. Clock's at 3. With the pull-up, it's no good. He had to throw it up. Forced to take a bad shot that time.
Nothing he could do but put it up. The 24-second clock was about to expire. It would have been an automatic turnover.
Smith up on the shooter. No good. The Hawks continue to give up very few second chance opportunities to score.
Rebounding has been a big factor in this game.
The shot erased by Wong. Nobody able to come up with that loose ball.
Smith has position down low in the post and is calling for the pass.
Wong is on it. The shot. Misses the two. He got out and challenged that shot and forced the miss. That's good hustle by Jackson. Howard is hit on the shot and will head to the line to shoot two. He gets one of two. That's a 5-second violation.
The inbound passer held on to the ball too long. He should have been able to get the ball in play.
Terry with room. The delivery by Nahara. The Hawks left him wide open, Czar, and he was able to knock it down.
They can't afford to leave players with open looks at the basket.
A 5-second violation called on the play.
That was not a good turnover, Mark.
They cannot afford to make mistakes inbounding the ball. Wang rises up. Yes! That matchup is going to be a problem for the defense.
You can tell on that play that there's too much of a height differential there. He'll get some easy baskets tonight if the defense doesn't switch. They should have been able to get the ball in play.
There was very little defensive pressure. From downtown, the Mavericks have a 13-point lead. With a man challenging him, he's able to drain it. A good job that time by Stackhouse. We have a whistle.
Atlanta. Into the game for Atlanta, number 32, Christian Laettner, and number 1, Josh Childress.
Advances up court. Childress with it on the right side.
The Hawks are not making smart decisions passing the ball.
That pass was nearly intercepted. The perimeter shot is off the mark. Sound defensive effort by Dickau. Jumper's good.
The defense has been solid, Mark. They have to stay focused and play through this stretch.
The other team has simply caught fire from the field. Johnson tries the three. The three is off the mark. Dallas is doing a terrific job on the defensive end.
The other team is having a tough time getting open looks. Stackhouse is feeling it. He's hit 3 in a row. They should go back to him. Let him keep shooting it.
Dickau handling. Dickau is met by Terry. Johnson down to 4. Layup's good.
Dickau with another nice assist. He's doing a fantastic job of finding the open man for the easy buckets.
Setting it up on the right. From the low block.
To number 32, Christian
They're looking to add to this lead. Quite a performance thus far tonight. Their coach has to be happy with their play.
Don Nelson is not only a great coach, he's also one of the top evaluators of talent. He's consistently able to select future All-Stars with late picks in the draft.
Denied any attempt to bring it inside by Terry. What a look.
Dickau with a perfect alley-oop pass. They timed that perfectly for the finish.
Stackhouse from in close. No good. Try to adjust in midair, but just too much contact on the play. Johnson from three-point territory. Can't hit from downtown. Josh Childress powers it through. Terry with the ball. Watched very closely by Childress. From the post, it drops. Sets it up.
That has to fire them up. The offense did an outstanding job of reading the defense and connecting on the alley-oop.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Oh, the gorgeous move by Howard. Taken away by Childress. Hooks down the one-hander.
The fast break was well executed that time. They saw the advantage and got the ball up court to get the transition basket. The transition defense was lacking that time.
Defensive foul to number 55.
They've used their last foul. Terry fouled in the act, and he will go to the line.
He had that plan all along. He baited the defender into leaving his feet and drew the contact to get himself to the line.
Terry gets one of two.
Swing it around. Screen right. Get through that screen.
Johnson shoots it with 5 showing, off the mark from the baseline. Leitner with the strip. Here's Johnson. Dickau with the setup. That's another assist for him.
He's doing a great job of finding his teammates and feeding them the ball where they can score.
Stackhouse tees it up, counted for 2. The Hawks cut into the lead, but have not been able to stop the other team from scoring.
They're playing with better control and need to continue getting back into this game one possession at a time. Dickau is putting on a clinic with his pinpoint passing. He's making assist after assist.
Mutombo rejects it from behind. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Johnson defended by Howard. 5 seconds left in the quarter. So the second quarter comes to a close. The Hawks trail by 9.
Their number one goal for the second half should be to shut down the other team's top offensive threats.
You're right, Czar. The lack of any substantial defensive pressure has been a huge factor so far. Childress gets him to commit. He puts it up. The two's no good. The board cleaned up by Crawford.
Defensive foul.
Johnson is fouled, and he's being sent to the line. First shot is good. Johnson sinks them both. The Hawks came out of the half determined to cut into the deficit, and they have narrowed the gap to 7.
Nowitzki
Backs him down. 10 seconds to get a shot off. Gets 2 from the painted area.
The Hawks have not made the necessary adjustments to slow down the other team offensively. Too many open looks.
Nice ball movement from the Hawks. Marion with the foul. That's his second personal, second team foul.
Marion. That's his second personal. Team foul, number 2.
Johnson, played by Marion. 2 to shoot. It doesn't go. He had to get rid of it. Sent back by Childress. Comes up empty.
Nowitzki uses height advantage over the shooter to force the tough shot and the miss.
Team foul number 1 picked up by the Hawks.
Chris Crawford. That's his first personal. Team foul, number 1. Defensive foul to number 42, Kevin Willis.
Willis with the foul. That's his first personal, second team foul. Harris sinks it from the line. 2 for 2. Vaughn advances the ball. Johnson rises from the perimeter. No good from three-point land. Vaughn stays on his feet. The two's no good. The layup doesn't go.
The Mavericks own the defensive glass right now. I'm impressed by how hard they work to rebound the ball.
Rebounding has been an important factor thus far in this game. 3 team fouls on the Hawks. Marion threw it up on the continuation, but could not get it to fall.
As soon as his defender left his feet, he jumped into him to draw the contact.
Can't get the tip in. He gathers in the miss. Timeout is called
for Atlanta.
Marion is not buying. He's making it difficult with that tight defense. Comes up short from the baseline.
They deserve full credit for their effort so far in this game in controlling the defensive boards. They haven't let up at all.
Blocks it. Josh Childress launches from the perimeter. Can't hit from downtown. Sorry, they won't make many from downtown if the strong defensive play continues.
He did a great job of contesting the shot.
Willis on the rejection. Johnson from point-blank range.
Shawn Stevenson. That's his first personal. Team foul, number 3.
Johnson is fouled on the shot, and he is sent to the line. makes the first.
Watch the shot.
Johnson makes both free throws. Harris bringing it up court.
Atlanta foul.
Stevenson
Number
draws the
42,
foul and
Kevin
goes to the
Willis.
line for two. He gets it to fall. He makes them both. Loose ball, out of bounds. Out of bounds, the loose ball last touched by the Hawks. From underneath.
To number 4. Chris Crawford.
Stevenson is
That's
fouled
his
and it'll be
second
charged to
personal. Team
Crawford.
foul.
It's
Number
good.
5. The Hawks are now in the penalty.
2 for 2. Setting it up. With the jumper, pulls in another rebound. The spectacular dunk, Josh Childress. Harris handling. Stevenson goes to the crossover. The Mavericks have a 12-point lead.
Atlanta is making too many mistakes on defense.
No one rotated on that play to cut off the penetration. Childress at the rim.
Josh
Finger rolls
Childress.
good.
The Hawks are playing with a lack of energy and passion. The scoreboard tells the story, Mark.
Here's Childress. It doesn't drop for him. He got hit on that play, made the adjustment to get it off, and it just did not fall. Crawford with the find. Stevenson from up close. Misses from close. From the paint, it is good, and the chance for one more from the line.
The coach cannot be happy with the careless fouls his team is handing out tonight, especially that one. Fouling a jump shooter.
Johnson.
Johnson hit the foul shot, and it's a three-point play.
Nowitzki.
Up with the shot, counted for two.
Marion got in the way of that shot and forced him to make the adjustment. Some nice defense that time to force the missed shot.
Stevenson puts it up. The two's no good. He gets another rebound. Johnson low in the post. Childress with the delivery. Nowitzki with the notion to fire.
Nowitzki is shooting 68% from the field.
10 seconds showing on the shot clock. Johnson, not a lot of space. Marion fights off his man and gets to the miss.
He's winning the hustle points against his man tonight.
Marion lets it go from the perimeter. The three is off the mark. The Hawks are letting everyone get a touch.
Pick up and left, breakthrough.
Five on the shot clock.
Dallas foul.
Johnson is fouled and early charge to Nowitzki. Good on the first. He hits both. Nahara seeing his first action of the night for the Mavericks.
Eduardo Nahara.
He elevates off the mark from the post. Atlanta is preventing the other team from getting second chance opportunities.
They're working very hard to rebound the basketball at the defensive end. The Hawks are scoring the basketball and playing well on both ends of the floor. Still lots of time to come back and win it.
Harris launching from downtown on the mark with the turnaround. Johnson at the basket. Too much contact. Could not adjust in time to make it fall. Here's Dampier.
They're moving the basketball and getting good looks, but they're just not connecting from inside.
The lead is intact, but it may not last for long. Fires from downtown. Misfires from three.
They need to find their shooting touch to work their way back into this game.
Well, their lack of ability to convert easy shots from in close is really hurting them. Crawford's fouled. First shot is good. He makes them both. Pulling up, Johnson on the denial. Timeout is
for Atlanta.
The Hawks are bringing in some fresh legs to try and turn things around.
And number 2, Joe Johnson.
A lot of players getting touches on the Hawks. Misfires from the baseline. Brings in another rebound. Harris from downtown. The three doesn't go. They continue to control the defensive boards.
They've made a real effort to keep the other team off the glass.
Ten to put it up. Medvedenko from close range.
Stanislav Medvedenko.
With the penetration, with the emphatic dunk, to Shawn Stevenson.
Left in the third quarter.
Childress being played by Marion. The defense not letting him get free. They're playing him tight. It's good with the shot clock ticking down. He's able to hit. Marion has time. The dish off by Harris. He's really been able to contribute with his passing.
That just goes to show you that you don't need to put up big numbers to make a difference. Tonight, he's been able to make an impact with his assists. Childress with a beautiful lead for the alley-oop. He put that ball right on the money for him to finish that play.
Harris on the left side. From down low, the hook shot's no good. And here instead on the line.
The passer needs to be absolutely certain he makes eye contact before attempting an alley-oop. That was not a good pass.
Harris with the ball. Marion elevates. The two's no good.
Clock management is going to be a factor here. If they hurry, they can still get a 2-for-1 opportunity.
The setup by Childress.
The Hawks are now on the verge of completing an impressive comeback if they're being down by double digits earlier in the game.
"13 seconds left."
Oh, nice steal. Played him tight and came up with the ball.
Down to 5 in the quarter.
Childress.
The score is tied at the end of the third quarter.
This has been quite a matchup, Marv. The team that wants it more will come out on top.
It will take a strong fourth quarter effort to get the win. Stackhouse with 4 left. The layup doesn't fall. Dickau right at the basket. Finger rolls, no good. He sets up on the left side. Stackhouse starting long distance. He collects the miss. The Mavs keeping everybody involved. It is not good for the baseline. 3 boards so far by Johnson. The Hawks a whistle for a backcourt violation.
The defense was not pressuring the ball. There was no reason for a backcourt violation.
The rejection. Mutombo advances the ball. With the shot, post shot is no good. Advances up court. Shot clock is down to 5. Batted away by Mutombo. The loose ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Hawks. Johnson covered by Nowitzki. Stackhouse from in close. The delivery by Harris. He tees it up.
Smith is shooting over 60% from the floor.
Harris from point-blank range. He puts it up, misses from the post.
Dallas looks very determined on grabbing every possible defensive rebound right now.
Nowitzki pulling up from downtown. Stackhouse with the setup. No good from three-point land.
The offensive struggles continue. That was not a good attempt.
His team will have a difficult time catching up if that poor shooting continues. Almost taken away. The defender got a piece of that pass.
They're very lucky it wasn't picked off.
Harris looks like he may have been hurt on that play.
Josh Smith. That's his second personal. Team foul, number 1.
He's not limping off, but he's moving gingerly. It might be his back.
He's a nice player for this team. Luckily, this team has other nice players on their bench that can take his place while he's out.
Smith is whistled for the foul, his second personal. Terry hits his first. 2 for 2. Jackson, what a play! Terry guarded by Jackson. Can't hit from downtown. He got his hands up to bother the shooter just enough for the miss. That was a nice challenge on the shot by Johnson. It doesn't go. The Mavs have continued their dominance on the defensive boards and given up very few second-chance opportunities. Nowitzki fires from deep. That's a 12-0 run for the Mavericks. Jackson with the jumper, can't get it to drop from the top of the circle. Smith stepped out of bounds. Terry with a step outside the line. What a move! Joe Johnson. And a timeout is called by... substitutions being made by the
Number 14,
Mavericks.
Eduardo Nahara. And number 5, Josh Howard.
Nowitzki contested by Johnson. Drains it from the perimeter. At the basket, off the backboard. Terry picked up by Dickau. Nowitzki with no room to breathe. Jumpers off the mark. He doesn't bite on the fake. He shoots. Comes up empty. He hustles it down.
They need to switch or double team on that mismatch. He's giving up too much height to be effective in defending his man.
Nowitzki being guarded closely. Can't find the hole. Nowitzki on the pull-up. No good from the top of the circle. He's able to grab hold of the ball.
He's immovable in there once he establishes his position. He's so strong and so tough to get around.
Here's Johnson. Hits for two.
The Hawks attacking their opponent's overmatched defender, coming away with the basket.
Puts it up from downtown. The score is 106-92. Nowitzki with a nice block. He's out of bounds. From the low block, throws it, and he's fouled.
Howard. That's his first personal. Team foul number 1. Shooting 1 for the Hawks, Jimmy Jackson.
Jackson comes away with a three-point play. And a timeout
for the Mavericks.
We're seeing some ball movement. Nowitzki lets it go. The Mavs are ahead by 13. Johnson at the rim. Couldn't get it to fall. He got hit. Had to change it up, and it just would not go. Jerry Stackhouse throws it down.
The Mavericks stood back, playing with confidence. They're looking to put this team away, Marv.
Well, I must admit a second comeback seems highly unlikely at this point. Rejected by Nowitzki. A reach-in committed by Jackson. Personal foul number 2.
That's his second personal.
Nowitzki wants his teammates to pass the ball inside. He forces the turnover. The active hands coming up with the strip.
He elevates, no good from the left of the circle. Howard is there. Nowitzki is 16 for 28 from the field. Smith able to gather in that miss.
Once he establishes his position, it's tough for guys to try to get an advantage on him.
The Mavericks are ahead by 16. He finds the bottom of the net even with the man right up on him. That was an impressive shot by Nowitzki. Blocked by Nowitzki. Nowitzki is met by Jackson.
Nowitzki.
Little room to move.
The Mavericks
Are ahead by 18. Dickau from up close. Here's another look, Czar.
That's his third personal. Team foul, number 2.
Nahara gets called for the foul and picks up his third. Dickau. He hits both. Cherry sets it up near the top. Fires from the perimeter. Misfires from 3. Jackson with the jump shot. The two's no good. A difficult shot for the shooter. He forced the tough shot with his height. Some nice defense displayed by Nowitzki. Terry called for stepping out of bounds. Matumbo from down low. The assist by Dickau. He has picked up another assist.
He just seems to be able to find the right man at the right time. Not only that, Marv, he gives them passes which are catchable no matter what the situation, and that's what makes him a great passer.
Dickau with it on the right side. Pulling up. The two's no good. The tip in.
Nice anticipation on that shot. He knew exactly where he needed to be to get that miss.
Misses the turnover. Misses the tip-in. Howard in heavy traffic. Sets it up. Launches it from downtown. The defensive foul committed by Terry. Personal foul number 1. He gets it to fall. Hits the second. They are able to come up with the rebound.
The defense did a great job of getting the position on that shot.
Howard directing traffic from the left side. He puts one up, misfires from the baseline.
He gets it back. Nice job of playing the passing lane.
Tries one from the perimeter. The 3 doesn't go. Too much of a size difference for him to make that shot.
Anytime a shooter has to change his shot, either hurry on the release or put a little more arc on it, it's going to affect his accuracy. We're seeing an example of that right there.
Only 5 left on the shot clock.
Nowitzki.
4 ticks left. The Mavs open up a 15-point advantage. They move it around the offense. Oh, what a block. Jerry Stackhouse. Howard working the post. Turnaround. No good.
They don't have much of a chance here.
They need to get hot from downtown. Jackson tries the jumper. Dickau with the assist.
Open. I'm open.
He doesn't go for the fake. Howard out of the crowd. Jumper doesn't go. The shot clock is off. He sets up on the right.
Double coming. Get rid of it. You're right.
Terry takes it away.
He needs to cut down on the turnovers and take better care of the basketball.
Swatted by Smith. This game's all wrapped up.
The Mavericks picked up the win on their home court. A good all-around effort.
They should be very pleased with the win.